Welcome to another episode of Scary Creatures that can end you if you decide to toy with them. Well, if you think you're bigger, you're stronger, smarter, and that makes you better than them in every way, well, you might be right. But that doesn't mean they can't end you if you misbehave. If you take their existence for granted, well, their own existence might be the last thing you see. Now let's go. Scary facts and fictions you should know. First of all, as usual, it is story time. In the faraway kingdom, there lived a small village of farmers and their families as well. The village was nestled deep within the forests of the kingdom and was known for its lush green grasses and plentiful crops. One day, the villagers noticed something strange. The skies had grown dark and a thick cloud of buzzing, humming flies had descended upon the village. The villagers were terrified, for these were no ordinary flies. They were the TseTse flies. Now, these flies are large, blood-sucking insects that carry a deadly parasite called trypanosomiasis, or sleeping sickness. Those infected with the parasite can suffer from severe headaches, fatigue, confusion, and even death. The villagers' fears were soon realized when several of their own animals and a few of their family members became sick and died. The villagers were desperate. They needed to find a way to protect themselves from the TseTse fly attacks. The village's wise elders suggested they build a large fence around the village to keep the flies out. The villagers worked hard, and eventually they were able to build a sturdy fence, but it was too late. The TseTse flies had already spread their deadly parasite through the village. The villagers were terrified. They knew that if they did not find a way to stop the TseTse fly attacks, their village will be destroyed. They asked the wise elder for advice, and he suggested that they use a special kind of smoke to keep the flies away. The villagers gathered all the materials they could find and built a huge bonfire outside the village. When the flames from the bonfire rose high into the sky, the TseTse flies were driven away. For a while, the village was safe from the TseTse fly attacks. Unfortunately, the villagers' respite was only temporary. Soon, the TseTse flies returned, and the village was once again plagued by attacks. This time, however, the villagers were prepared. The wise elder had taught them how to make a special kind of smoke that was even more potent than the bonfire. The villagers gathered all the materials they needed and burned them in a large metal drum. The smoke from the drum was so thick that the TseTse flies could not enter the village. The villagers were finally safe from the TseTse flies. They had learned an important lesson. Now, Let's see how much terror you really think these tiny monsters are capable of. This is the real fun part. Tsetse flies are scary to mess with, and I'll tell you why. Once upon a time, there was a brave traveler who ventured deep into the African jungle. He had heard tales of a mysterious creature that lurked in the shadows, a creature that could bring even the most courageous of adventurers to their knees. That creature was the tsetse fly. The tsetse fly is a small, blood-sucking insect that is found in the parts of sub-Saharan Africa. It is one of the most feared creatures in the jungle, as it is capable of spreading deadly diseases such as sleeping sickness and nagana. It is also known for its painful bite and its aggressive behavior. Despite its small size, the tsetse fly is a very formidable opponent. It has large, powerful mandibles that can easily penetrate the skin and deliver a painful bite. It also has an incredibly strong sense of smell, which allows it to easily detect the scent of human blood from far away. The tsetse fly's venom is also incredibly powerful. It contains a neurotoxin that can cause severe paralysis and even death in humans. In addition, the venom can cause a number of other reactions, such as a fever, headache, and joint pain. The tsetse fly is an incredibly dangerous creature, and it should never be messed with. It is best to avoid it altogether, as its bites can be fatal. If you do encounter a tsetse fly, it is best to keep your distance and try to scare it away with loud noises or by swatting at it with a stick. So if you ever find yourself in the African jungle, remember to never mess with a tsetse fly. Its bite can be deadly, and it is best to steer clear of this fearsome creature. Now let's top things off with why they deserve some respect. Besides their ability to knock you out into oblivion and give you a permanent nights out, tsetse flies are some of the most feared creatures on the planet. Not only can they cause an excruciatingly painful bite, but they are also carriers of deadly diseases called sleeping sickness. First of all, you need to understand that tsetse flies are found in sub-Saharan Africa and are considered to be the most dangerous biting insect in the world. The adult tsetse fly has long, brownish, gray wings and a distinctive pattern of black and white stripes on its back. Tsetse flies are known to transmit the African trypanosomiasis, or sleeping sickness, a fatal disease caused by a parasite that is spread through their bite. Additionally, the female tsetse fly needs to feed on blood in order to produce eggs and can take up to 4 meals of blood each day. The bite of the tsetse fly is extremely painful and can cause an infection that can lead to a fever, and anemia. Tsetse flies are attracted to dark colors and sweet odors, so it's important to wear light colors and use insect repellent when traveling in areas where they are known to be present. The lifespan of a tsetse fly is relatively short, ranging from a few weeks to a few months. Furthermore, tsetse flies can lay up to 500 eggs in their lifetime, meaning they can quickly spread their deadly disease in a short amount of time. If you have extra blood to share, then this might be good news, because tsetse fly larvae feed on the blood of their hosts, including humans and animals, which can cause further spread of the deadly disease. In addition to the risk of infection for humans and animals, tsetse flies can also cause economic damage by reducing the productivity of livestock. Now, these facts about tsetse flies should be enough to give you the creeps. Be sure to take the necessary precautions if you're ever traveling in an area where these flies are present.